right, hello. This is episode 1 of the Wildhearts Fiber podcast that I'm doing, video cast, whatever. And so my name is Jessica Kasner, and I'm going to be sharing some knitting and some spinning, and I have a few works in progress and a finished object. Then I have a few spinning projects to share that I would love ideas for. If you have ideas for projects, that would be great. So the first finished object is the Synchronicity Shawl. It's by Cheryl Faust, I think is her name. So I love it. It's quite large triangle shape. I just finished it about a week ago. So it's perfect for the start of fall and soon to be winter. I just wear it like that on top of my coat, my jacket. Yeah, love it. And yeah, I started, I was planning on making the smaller version, and then I saw pictures of the larger version and thought it was great, better. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go for it. And I didn't even look at the yardage requirements, but I ran out at the very end. So the last 2 rows are garter stitch. Well, this whole section is garter stitch, but these last 2 rows I had to do in, I had a little bit of charcoal colored Malabrigo, and so I used that for the bottom little gradient section. This whole section is supposed to be all the dark color, and I just didn't have enough yarn. And I think it was supposed to be 5 repeats of this block pattern, and I only did 4 because I was like, oh, I'll just conserve a little bit of yarn that way. But I still ran out just at the very end, but it looks fine, and I'm really happy with it. And this has been blocked, so the mosaic pattern really opened up, and yeah, I'm really happy. And it's in cracking colors. My husband was very happy about that. All right, and then works in progress. This is a sweater that I've been making out of handspun, all handspun. It is the Eased 2 sweater by, let me look, what's her name? Alicia Plummer. This is the Eased Bulky version. Here's the handspun. Let's try if I can get it to focus. Focus, you. So yeah, I had, let's see, there's a lot of yardage that I got from this spin. It was like 1,200 yards or something. And it's all Aran-ish weight. Parts of it are kind of more worsted weight, but I'm pretty happy with it. And I've only used a skein and like just a little bit of this one. And I'm almost done with the sweater. So the whole body is done and one sleeve. I don't even know if I can go back far enough. There we go. So the other sleeve is here that I'm working on. And then all that's left is the collar after that. I think it has like a cowl collar with a drawstring. Yeah, so anyway, that's great. I'm really happy with it. I really love these little pops of kind of almost tweed-like color. And yeah, yeah, this fiber I spun, I think it was 3 years ago. And I spun it with, I had a bunch of white, just plain white merino. And then I had a pound, I believe it was a pound of merino, I think. Anyway, it was 2 pounds of fiber total. And I drum carded it all together. Had all these little scraps of different colors. So I drum carded it all together and then spun it up, and I have this really lovely, mostly greenish hued, variegated yarn that's got these little twitty spots of different colors. There's like some blue and orange, some little pops of like that rusty color. The other one is slightly different, has a little bit more yellow with some like pinkish spots, and anyway, it's really fun yarn, and I'm really happy with the way the sweaters turned out. It can be difficult to find patterns that are good for hand spun, and because there's so much variation in this yarn, I really wanted something that was just kind of plain in the front and used mainly stockinette stitch, so that it wouldn't distract from all the colors in the yarn. I wanted to showcase the yarn more than the pattern, so this pattern I found, the eased pattern, was perfect for that. There's like just a little bit of striping happening, but really soft. Yeah. All right, I have one more work in progress. And I'm one of those not monogamous knitters. I have like 5 or more projects happening at all times. Anyway, so I have this really lovely yarn. I'm pretty sure this is Alegria, I think. I'll double check it. And I'm making some little like fingerless mitts. I'm not following a pattern, I just made this up. There's a little cable in there. I don't know if you can, it's like a, what is that called? Like an antler cable. There's the thumb increases. So it'll go like this. There's the thumb increases. The cables are on the front side. The back side is just plain. I believe it's a 6x2 ribbing. I just wanted it to be pretty plain on the palm side. And yeah, these are just going to be fingerless mitts. I'm not making them for me, but I can't say who I'm making them for in case they watch this. So they'll find out later, right? And yeah, I have more projects, but that's enough for now. So we'll move on to the spinning. And I've been spinning for about 6 or 7 years. Since 2012, I think. How many years is that? Oh my god. Is it 2012? Maybe. I'd have to look on my spinning wheel right here. I'd have to look on the bottom of my spinning wheel to find out, because when I got this wheel, my husband gifted me my wheel. It's an Ashford Traditional. It was brand new, and he got me the unfinished version so that I could stain it myself. And on the bottom of the foot pedal, I put the year and my name. I have to double check the bottom of the pedal, but I think I've been spinning since 2012? Maybe it's 2014. Anyway, whatever. And yeah, so I've been spinning for, what is that, 6 years, 7 years? And then, yeah, I've been knitting for 14 years, since I was about 21. I'm 34, so yeah, 13 years. Yeah. Anyway, so this is my most recent finished yarn, and I'm really happy with it. It is squishy. It is so soft, so squishy. I'm really happy with the weight of the yarn. I think it's, I'd say around a DK, and it's really lovely. I believe it's a BFL silk, and I bought this at a little yarn shop that I found over on the west coast of Washington State. Trying to remember what it was called. It was called like Pearly Shells or something. It was this really cute little hidden nook yarn store. So we used to go over to the coast fairly regularly, and did I put it in my notes? Nope, I'm not a note taker. That's okay. But anyway, this is 475 yards, and it's just lovely. It is squishy and soft, and I really love the colors that came out. It's just got really, I can't wait to see how it knits up. I don't know what to make with this yet. Like I said, I have almost 500 yards, and yeah, it makes me happy. I love the colors. It's so soft. It's next to skin soft. Could totally do something for my neck, and it wouldn't be scratchy at all. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna make with this yet. Maybe like a scarfy kind of thing, scarf shawl, or maybe, I don't know, like mitts and a matching hat, or something like that. I don't know yet, but anyway, I'm really happy with it, and it's squishy. Love it. Okay, and then this one was my next most recent spin. I finished this in the summer, I think. Oh, and that's the other thing. This orange one, I spun long draw, and I haven't spun long draw in years, but it was so much fun, and it felt really freeing, and I was able to like relax my hands more. With short forward draw, you're sometimes like kind of gripping a little bit when you're drafting the yarn into the fiber into the spinning wheel. So with long draw, you just kind of hold it lightly and like just pull back, and so it was kind of nice to give my hands a break like that. Yeah. Okay, so this one, this is from this colorway is called Cinnamon Teale, and it was from I think Beesy Bee Fibers on Etsy. I really love her colorways, but it's kind of maroon with like hints of teal and sparkle. Let's see if I can get my camera to focus on this. I feel like that's not an accurate color description, but it's very maroonish, and this one, it's definitely closer to Aran weight, maybe a heavy worsted, and it's really lovely. I want to make a hat maybe. I haven't really decided. I'm not a planner like that. I don't spin with something in mind, not usually. Yeah, I have 225 yards. Cinnamon Teale. Yes, and it's from Beesy Fibers. It's merino, bamboo, fire starred silk. So pretty. Yeah. All right, so this last yarn that I'm gonna show, I've had in my stash for a couple of years and just don't know what to do with it. It has a slight mohair content, and mohair makes me a little bit itchy. So I don't really want something around my neck. Maybe even not on my head. I think on my hands would be okay, but like I don't want it around my neck because it's just a little bit toothy for this next to skin softness, you know. And the fiber is, let's see if I have it. I'll insert some pictures if I can. But it was really fun to spin. I broke the sections down into, it was a braid, and I broke it down into the different colors and then spun a gradient from it. And I think it was I can't remember, maybe the first or second time I had ever spun a cabled, not cabled, what am I trying to say? A Navajo ply, or what's it also called? Chain Plyd. So I have this gradient, and it goes from this kind of lilac-y, like the seafoam green, to kind of this lilac-y color, and then on the end it's like this darker purple. And I don't have a ton of yardage, partly because of the chain plying, but it is just really lovely, and you can see the halo that the yarn has. It's fuzzy. But I've had this for several years, and I just don't know what to do with it. I keep thinking, oh, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, and nothing happens. So anyway, if anyone has any ideas, please shout it out to me. Yeah. All right, that was pretty much it. And at least for now. So yeah, that was episode 1. So excited. Let's see, I was gonna leave you all with a quote, where did that book go? Let me find it. I put it somewhere. Whatever. I'll do it next time. Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.